Good morning, friends. I hope you're ready for a great day today. Who's excited? Mrs. Ferguson's very excited about today. So today we're going to greet each other with a chant. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, hit the floor. And remember, when you hear your name, you have to stand up and dance and party, party, party. Okay, you ready? Okay, so if you hear your name, stand up and dance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Ella, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Marie, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Chase, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Bryn, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Solo, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, William, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Eden, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Arthur, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Ellis, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Sydney, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Sharon, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Jan, hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, everybody hit the floor. We're so glad you're here today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Oh my goodness. I hope that you guys had fun dancing and waking your bodies up and getting your brains ready to learn. I had a great time. All right, guys, for our sharing today, we are going to think about what we are good at again, because we're going to be practicing that so that we're ready to write it when it's time to write it. It helps us remember in our head if we say it out loud, okay? So everybody think. I am good at When you know, raise your hand. All right, great job. Okay, so I will go first, and I think you guys probably remember what I said yesterday. I'm going to say probably the same thing because that's what I want to write. So I am good at sewing and swimming. Now, what do you notice about the words sewing and swimming? How are they the same? What? Yes, they end the same way. They both end in I-N-G. Ooh, they both end in ing. So for our writing lesson today, we will be talking about the ending I-N-G. Awesome. So guys, I want you to think about what you're good at, and when you're ready, I want you to pause the video and share with somebody in your house. I am good at And if you want, if you can think of two things, you can say, I am good at and Great job, guys. All right, my friends, for our writing lesson today, we're going to be talking about the ending I-N-G. And a lot of the words that we're going to be writing for our what am I good at writing might end in I-N-G, just like Mrs. Ferguson's words, sewing and swimming. Remember I said I am good at sewing and swimming, right? And those both end in I-N-G. N-G. They do. So we're going to look at some other words that end in ing, and I'm going to sing you a Nellie Edge song to help you remember that ing ending. Okay, so get ready. There's an ing in king, ing. There's an ing in bring, ing. There's an ing in swing, ing. There's an ing in sing, ing. I am going, ing. I am coming, ing. I am playing, ing. I am stopping, ing. Oh, I love that song as a really good way to help me remember the ending ing, right? And I actually drew you guys a little ing crown right here to help you remember. Remember the song, there's an ing in king. So when we are looking at verbs, these words that I have written here are called verbs. And this is pretty tricky stuff. This is higher level learning. But remember, we're just going to grow our brains. You're going to make your brain bigger by talking about this and learning about it. And it's going to help you when you get ready to do your own writing. Remember, if you want to say, I enjoy playing Legos, you're going to end that word in ing, playing. If you are good at running, does that end in ing? Yes. If you are good at dancing, does that end in ing? Yes. Yes. So this is going to help us when we do our writing tomorrow. So for today, you can write it on a whiteboard. You can write it in the air. Or you can just follow along and listen, and work on our muscle memory. And you can actually work on signing this with me as well. ing. And that's the ending ing. Yes, the king of ing. Okay. So right here we have a word and we're going to sound it out. Okay, so as my marker goes under it, we're going to blend it together and sound it out. Ready? Play. Play. What is it? Play. Yes. What happens when I take the word play and add ing? Let's see. ing. Ooh, what did I just write? Playing. Yes. So if you said you are good at playing Legos, this is what you would write, right? Okay, let's look at our next word. Let's blend this one. Okay, ready? Go. Go. What word was that? Go. Yes. What's going to happen to go when I add ing? Let's see. ing. What happened to it? Let's see. Going. Going. Yes. Oh my goodness, you guys are growing your brain so much. Now we're going to get to a couple of tricksters down here. These words are super tricky because they're going to change just a little bit when we add our ing. So this is going to take a big brain. Make sure you got it on and ready, okay? All right, let's blend this one. Run. Run. What word was it? Run. Yes. Now, when I add an ing to the word run, I have to add another N. ing. Now, this is one of those tricky rules that you just have to learn. So when I write the word running, I add an extra N before my ing. So just kind of keep it in the back of your mind. Don't worry about that one right now. But did we end with ing? Yes. And what word is this now? running. Excellent. Okay, take a pause and give yourself a raise the roof. Whoop, whoop. And a brain grow. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Great job. Okay, we've got one more to do. And then I'm going to give you guys a challenge to see if you can do it all on your own. Okay, so let's sound this one out. Let's blend it. Ready? Swim. Swim. Yes. Now what's going to add? This is another trickster. I've got to add an extra M. Tricky swim, tricky run. Trying to trick my brain, but my brain is smarter than you. Run and swim. It's smarter. So what am I going to add at the end? I-N-G. Yes. Okay, let's read it. Swim-ing. Swimming. Excellent. Okay, so now I'm going to point to the word and I want you to read it. Okay? Remember, they all end in ing. Okay? We'll do it together and then we'll read them on our own. Okay, ready? Playing. What word was that? Playing. Good thinking. If you got it right, give yourself a pat on the back. Ready? We're going to go down to this one. Ready? Going. What word was that? Going. Good thinking. How about this one, Mr. Trickster? Running. Running. Yes. And last one, another trickster. Swimming. Swimming. Oh, good thinking. Okay, I'm going to point to a word, and I want you to try to read it. Are you ready? That pointer power helps me to read. Get your pointer power ready. Blend it for me. Did you say going? Yes! Awesome work. Awesome work. Good job. Okay, let's go down to a trickster. Did you say swimming? How did you read that word? Great job. Oh my goodness. Great job, guys. We have two more. Are you ready? Sound it out. Did you say playing? Oh my goodness, great job. And we've got one more trickster hanging out right here. What? Did you say running? Oh my goodness, you guys did such a great job. And you know what? These look like really long words, don't they? This looks like a really long word, but if we remember the king of ing, it helps us make it a shorter or an easier word to read. So we know we can take this part and read it, and we know that ing says ing, right? So I can say play, ing, go, ing, run, ing, swim, ing. Right? It helps me make it a more manageable word to read. So when you guys get ready to do your writing tomorrow, it will help you to remember our King of Ing. So we're going to sing the King of Ing song one more time, and I'm going to put it on our website as well so that you can sing it on your own with Nellie Edge too. Okay, get ready? There's a king in ing. No, there's not a king in ing. There's an ing in king, I-N-G. There's an ing in bring, I-N-G. There's an ing in swing, I-N-G. There's an ing in swing, I-N-G. That last one should have been sing. Blah, 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 blah. I am going, I-N-G, I am coming, I-N-G, I am playing, I-N-G, I am stopping, I-N-G. Mrs. Ferguson sometimes makes mistakes. Is it okay to make a mistake? Yes. Am I still learning? Yes, I'm still learning. As a grown-up, I'm still learning. So it's okay for us to make mistakes, right? And when I'm trying to sing a song and I've never sung it before, it's okay to make mistakes. And I will make mistakes, believe me. But the cool thing is, if you watch this video that I post with Nellie Edge, she shows you sign language that goes with the ing as well, I-N-G. And she knows the sign language for sing and king and bring and all of those ing words. So you guys did such a wonderful job today. We're going to do a roller coaster for ing. This is going to be the ing roller coaster, okay, kings? Kings and brings and swings. Kings, get on your swings and get in the roller coaster that doesn't end in ing, does it? Ready? Woo! Okay, now we're going to go on one that goes really fast. Ready? Woo! Other way. Woo! Great job, guys. I had a great time learning with you. Remember your ing in king. And you can watch that video anytime you'd like with Nellie Edge and sing along with her. Great work, everybody. Guess what time it is? It's H-E-R-O time. It's H-E-R-O time. Who will be our hero today? Who is going to be our hero today? Well, our hero today is my friend Stephen. And I want you guys to say hello, Stephen. Oh, I'm sure he heard you. What kind of job do you think Stephen does? Look at his outfit. He's wearing scrubs. He's got a surgical cap on. And he's got a mask that's pulled down a little bit. What do you think? Yes, Stephen is a doctor. He's a particular type of doctor called an anesthesiologist. Can you guys say that with me? Anesthesiologist. And I will tell you what that is in just a second. So my friend Stephen works at the University of Missouri, and he helps people fall asleep and wake back up when they are going to have surgery. So when you have something wrong with your body that needs to be fixed and you need to have a surgery, Stephen is one of the anesthesiologists that helps you go to sleep and wake back up. And the good thing about that is when he does his job, it's so that you don't feel any pain when you are having your surgery done. So he has a very, very important job. So he meets with them before they have their surgery, and that surgery is usually to fix a problem. And he wants to make sure that they feel safe and comfortable. So he answers the questions that they have and make sure they feel good about the surgery they're going to have. So he's going to put them to sleep and he's going to wake them back up. And he works with a whole team of doctors and techs and nurses to make sure that the people that come to the hospital have a really, really good experience. So one thing Stephen wanted to make sure that you knew is that this mask that he wears, he has to wear a mask. And if you go to the hospital, you will probably see somebody wearing a mask like that. That mask is necessary, which means that you have to wear it. He has to wear it. He needs to. But underneath that mask, there is always a friendly smile. So even though you can't see your doctors or your nurses or your techs smiling, just like Stephen, our anesthesiologist friend, they are smiling and they are happy to see you, and Stephen wants you to have a good experience at the hospital. So Stephen, thank you so much for what you do. It's really, really important that Stephen is at the hospital working to help people, because even in the middle of a virus problem like this, if you have a surgery that you need, Stephen needs to be ready to help you go to sleep during that surgery. So he is working throughout this time to make sure that our friends that have to have surgery are safe and healthy. So can we all say thank you, Stephen? Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you for always treating your patients with respect and kindness and a big smile. And thank you for working during this really difficult time. We are so grateful for all that you do. You are definitely a hero. All right, my friends, for our game today, we are going to play Pictionary, and we are going to play ING Pictionary. Who's excited about that? I am. So all of the words that I'm going to draw end in ING, and I have written them on these little pieces of paper, and when I pull it up, I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to draw for you, and you have to guess what it is, okay? Gotta mix them up. Mix, 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 mix. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shaker. Usually I say sock box because it's a little box that holds things in it. Shake your sock box, do-do-do-do-do, shake your sock box. It's not a sock box though, it's just my hands. Okay, ready? Okay, I've got my first one. All right, let's see how I'm gonna draw this. Okay, let's see, I've got this down here. What do you think that is? Very crooked, but... what do you think he's doing? This is water. What do you think he's doing? He is fishing. Yes, he is fishing. And fishing ends in ing. Awesome job, guys. Who got it right? Oh, my hand went up too far. Who got it right? If you got it right, give yourself a set of windshield wipers. And I caught a fish. Oh, I might have marked on my head just then. That's okay. It'll wash off. Okay, you ready for another one? All right, let's see what we got. Okay, let's see if I can draw this. I can easily do it. I don't know if I can draw it. Let's see. What do you think she's doing? And in case you don't know, these are musical notes, which means that this is music she's making with her mouth. What do you think she's doing? She's singing. Awesome. Let's write that word, singing. Oh my goodness. This has a double ing. Double ing. Double ing. She's singing. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know such a thing existed. Great job. If you got it, give yourself a sing. If you guessed it, you get to go ah, as a celebration. Maybe not too loud if your parents are in the house trying to work. Okay, here we go. Okay, who's ready for the next one? Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh, I don't know if I can draw this one either. We'll see. All right, let's see if we can guess what it is. So these little lines at the bottom mean that they're moving. They're moving together. There's a disco ball at the top, and I'll give you a hint. There's music playing while they're doing it. What do you think? They're dancing. Yes, they're dancing. So there's another ing, D-A-N-C-I-N-G. What does it end in? Ing. Excellent. If you got that one right, pretend to dance in any way. La 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 la. Loo loo loo. All right. Great job, guys. Okay. Mrs. Ferguson is feeling extra goofy today. It's an extra goofy kind of day. Okay. This is our last one. Now, I hope this looks the way it's supposed to. We'll see. What do you think this is? Did you say it's a plane? Yes, it's a plane. What do you think the plane is doing? Flying. Yes, the plane is flying. This was a tricky one, mostly because it doesn't necessarily look like a plane. Flying. What does flying end in? It ends in ing. Good thinking. Oh my goodness. Now, if you got flying correct, the trickiest one of all, pretend to fly around the room. Oh my goodness, you guys did such a great job today. I had so much fun learning with you, learning about the ending ing, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Bye, everybody.